What is your desert island plugin?
Wilson, where are you?
If you could just have one plugin for your vocals, your bass, your guitar, your drums, for every single mix for the rest of your life. For me, that's maybe an impossible question to answer. But this week's Radium POW, I'm going to check out one of these desert island plugins that I think could be a contender. Without further ado, let's talk about it. The Camel Strip from Safari Pedals. It has everything you need, or does it? I really don't know. But this video is going to try to answer that question. I'm going to use the vocal chain I have on this record right now. I'm going to replace everything with just the Camel Strip. And we're going to see if we can match exactly what I already have with like 6 different plugins, right? So the channel strip that I did have has Virtual Mix Bus on it, Metatune, Pro Q3, Pro DS, Valhalla Vintage Verb. It's sending to a widener with some Waves plugins. It's got a lot of stuff going on.
Now that's a lot of damage.
Let's listen to this vocal, how it is right now.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me that you need me, baby. I'm caught in your vibe.
All right, so that's the chain. That's with everything on it. But now I'm going to replace that chain with just the Camel Strip. I've pretty much just copied down the vocal. I printed it through the Virtual Mix microphone, but no processing at all because it was recorded with the Slate ML1. And I have bypassed everything. That's all you're going to hear right here is the dry signal going through the Camel Strip while it's just on. Okay, so let's just hear it. No reverb or anything.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me that you need me, baby. I'm caught in your vibe.
I got an input drive, I got a bypass, I got an oversampling. Oversampling's always cool on these kind of plugins when they add drive, distortion, because of aliasing. And oversampling will push all of that aliasing way up past the audible range, and that's what oversampling is for on this plugin. So we don't hear any of the artifacts of like distortion getting weird. We have an input drive, we have the EQ section on and off. It looks like it's on by default. High, mid, low band, Pultec style. That's what it sounds like and looks like to me. And there you go, EQ1A, EQ-P1A, Pultec. 1073 style Neve, and the 4K, SSL 4K style EQ. That's cool that they put 3 different versions of EQs and styles within just the 3 bands. Effects section, awesome. We got a plate and a spring reverb, and you just got a percentage knob. I like that it's simple. That's cool to me. Like one knob, turn it up. Does it sound good? Does it sound bad? Turn it down. Perfect. All right, then we got a gate. Gate got a soft and hard. So soft and hard gate.
So hard.
Simple. And a comp. And you got a Fairchild 2A, CLA 2A, and 1176 style. That's pretty awesome. So we got a tube style compressor, variable mu style compressor. We have an opto compressor, and we have a FET style compressor, which is really cool. And just a percentage, which is interesting. I am guessing that there's like a intelligent release or something in here. Yeah, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna test this thing out. And a blend knob. Awesome, so we can mix it back and we can parallel it. Oh, and here's some presets. You wanna get started with presets? Bada bing. I like that. I always like good presets. Let's check it out. Let's just go to like a vocal. Pop lead vocal. Bam. So we got a little high boost, mid boost, low cut, 73, plate, no reverb or anything. A little input drive, oversampling on, 1176 compression.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me that you need me, baby. I'm caught in your vibe.
Wow, sounds like really good. Like right off the bat, I'm like, that sounds really good. And it's well compressed. I like how it's held into the track. Let's solo out the vocal a little bit and compare these, right? Because I know you're hearing doubles because I have a double here on the left and right. I just want to focus in on this single vocal without the doubles. And let's A-B. Here is the other channel strip with all these crazy plugins on there. And then here's the Camel strip. So we'll just kind of flip back and forth.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line.
Okay, feels like it's a little bit quieter, so that's okay. We can just gain match that. But it also looks like we're blending this just 30%. I'm gonna blend it 100%, and I'm going to use the effects here and give me some room. Let's check out the plate versus the spring reverb.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me that you need me, baby. I'm caught in your vibe.
All right, still a little little quiet. Let's bring it up in volume just on the fader here.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me that you need me, baby.
Awesome. That's sounding really good just right off the bat with a preset and just blending a couple things back. Now I want to mess around with the compressor because I feel like the 1176 just a little much on it. And again, you can blend these back, but then you're blending everything. So I kind of wish there was like a blend for the effects. You know, you can blend separate things, but I get that this is just like a one and done kind of plugin. So for what it is, it's sounding really cool. And we will try this on bass and the drums, and I'll try out the gate and everything. But let's dial in this vocal a little bit more. I want to mess around with Fairchild versus LA2A versus 1176. I think a Fairchild would sound good on this vocal.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me that you need me, baby. I'm caught in the vibe.
Pretty good, actually. It's holding together. It sounds really nice. Let's flip to the plate reverb. And also, you can push the input drive and get some distortion. And you can also monitor gain reduction or the input. So that's kind of cool. So you can flip between gain reduction and see how much you're compressing. That's going to be really helpful. And let's just do that so we can set the compressor. I find that a Fairchild sounds really good around like 3 dB, 3 to 5 dB on compression.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line.
Yeah, perfect. Sounding amazing. And then the plate reverb has a nice sound. I think the spring for this vibe, I think that sounds really cool. And I like to jack things up to really hear them with plugins. So let's jack some things up. Let's go 100%. Let's input drive it. Let's mess around. A great way to get some cool color out of any plugin, especially plugins like this where you have the output knob or fader, you can push the input drive and then you can take the output down, right? Because you're going to get a lot more volume, obviously, if you push the input.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me that you need me, baby. I'm caught in the vibe.
That's really fun and also feels like you can do some interesting textures and timbres with that. The distortion on this sounds insanely musical. I love the distortion on this. Now let's A/B this against what we have with everything else. I would like to also just give this a fair shot and send this as well to the widening bus that I have on this vocal. And let's just compare them.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me that you need me, baby. Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me that you need me, baby.
I kind of prefer the Camel strip vocal now. I'm like, that sounds really vibey. And I like that input drive because it makes it feel a little retro and throwback. And this is kind of a retro sound. You can just hear it in the plugin. The spring and the plate, very retro. Those are retro reverbs. All the compressors, retro. Fairchild 2A 1176. Now let's throw it on the bass. All right, so now I've replaced all of the plugins that I had on my bass track with just the Camel strip, and I went to a preset called Put This on the Bass. Okay, let's hear it.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me the...
Sounds pretty damn good. I'm going to flip between what I already had with the RC20, CLA bass, Pro Q3, and let's A/B this. So here's original bass.
Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me that you need me, baby. Call me on the way to Sunday. Call me on a two-way line. Show me that you need me, baby.
Like, damn, I can really replace that whole strip with just this one plugin for the bass. Kind of depresses me a little bit how hard I work to get that bass tone and be like, all right, so I could put this one plugin on there, turn on a preset, tweak it a little bit, and I'm pretty much the same spot.
You got me.
Now, last thing I want to try it on, obviously, is guitar. This is a super vintage sound, but I'm curious to see what the drive and the spring reverb would sound like on this electric guitar. I'm going to solo it out. right? We got like a really nice, like surfy Beach Boys kind of tone out of this. Let's replace the bias amp, the magma springs, the R comp, the Pro Q3. Let's replace them all. Let's just reset this channel strip completely. Let's bring on the Camel strip. Now, can we get to that tone with just this plugin? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Can it happen? And if it does, how much money are you gonna give me? You gonna give me your car? Let's go. Go to guitar. Guitar, Joe Ciccarelli, the man himself. We're gonna mess with this, but here is the guitar with just the Camel strip. I'm gonna bounce back and forth. We're gonna try to match that tone.
Call me on the way to Sunday.
Yo, that's pretty damn good for not going through any amp modeling or sims, right? That is like straight up just one plugin. I mean, imagine how much better it can get if I had the bias amp or an amp sim before the Camel strip. So I don't know. I'm pretty impressed by it so far. Like, I think it's very colorful, very vintage toned, and there's a lot of features here. I also like that you could just like drag the UI like that. I think that's really cool. I don't know why, but so many plugins for so long couldn't do this, and the fact that now it's like so easy to like zoom way in or just make it really small on the screen. So you guys let me know what you think about the Camel strip in the comments. Also, I'll leave a little link here. I think they're doing an intro price of like 55 bucks for this plugin. They also do a bundle where they sell all the plugins for a really good deal. I am really impressed by this company, Safari Pedals. They're doing some great work, so definitely tap in, at least just demo some stuff and see what you think. It's not just for guitars. Love you guys, appreciate you, and if you get anything out of this content, please share it, drop a comment, like it, you know, do all the YouTube stuff and help us just reach more people. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. A lot more stuff coming. I do live streams that go in depth into mixing, mastering, production, songwriting, and I do song reviews live. I do plugin of the weeks. I do the mixing series. There's a lot of content that I do on this channel, and I hope that it really helps you guys out. Till next time.